Most guys train shoulders the same way. A barbell press, dumbbell lateral raises, maybe a rear delt fly, and then they wonder why their shoulders still look flat. The truth is, the exercises you're skipping are often the ones that make the biggest difference. Today, I'm going to show you 5 underrated shoulder exercises that almost nobody does properly. Put these movements into your training, and you'll build fuller, rounder, more three-dimensional shoulders. Let's get into it. The first exercise is the seated dumbbell shoulder press. And before you skip ahead thinking you already do this one, hear me out. The way most people perform it is costing them shoulder size and putting unnecessary stress on their joints. Most people grab the heaviest dumbbells they can handle, slam them together at the top, and drop them back down too fast. That's not pressing. That's controlled falling with weight in your hands. When you perform this movement with proper control, your shoulders do all the work. Your core can't compensate. Your lower back can't take over. That's exactly what you want. Here's what to change. Set the bench to about 80 to 85 degrees. Start with the dumbbells at ear height, elbows just below 90 degrees. Press upward and slightly inward, but don't fully lock out at the top. Lower the weight slowly over about 3 seconds. That controlled lowering phase creates much of the muscle-building stimulus. The seated position also improves shoulder stability, helping develop thicker, rounder delts. Use a weight you can control. If you're swinging or contorting your body to finish the last reps, it's too heavy. Keep every rep smooth, controlled, and focused on the shoulders. Exercise 2 is the chest-supported lateral raise. This is one of the best exercises for building wider side delts, yet almost nobody does it. Most people swing the weight, use momentum, or let their traps do the work. The chest-supported setup eliminates all of that. With your torso supported, the lateral delt has to do all the work. Set an incline bench to about 30 to 45 degrees and lie face down against it. Let your arms hang with a slight bend in the elbows. Raise the dumbbells out to your sides, thinking about leading with your elbows, not your hands. At the top, pause for 1 full second, then lower the weight slowly under control. Use light weight. If you're doing it correctly, your side delts will be working much harder than you expect. Third on the list is the cable lateral raise. Unlike dumbbells, cables keep constant tension on the lateral delt through the entire movement. Set the cable to the lowest position and use the opposite hand, crossing slightly in front of your body. Raise the handle by leading with your elbow. Keep a slight bend in your arm and lift until it's about shoulder height. Lower slowly and stay in control. For even better results, perform it one arm at a time while holding the machine with your free hand. Lean slightly away to increase the range of motion and keep tension on the delt. Do 12 to 15 controlled reps per side and focus on quality over weight. The cable lateral raise also gives you more flexibility in terms of angle manipulation. By moving the pulley to different heights or stepping further away from the machine, you can shift the peak tension point throughout the movement. For most people, keeping the pulley at the floor and standing about 1 shoulder width away from the machine creates the optimal tension curve for stimulating the lateral delt from a slightly different angle than the chest-supported dumbbell version. Exercise 4 is the dumbbell rear delt fly. The rear delts are one of the most neglected parts of the shoulder, but they play a huge role in creating that wide, complete, three-dimensional look. Many people focus only on the front and side delts, while the rear delts get ignored. And without developed rear delts, your shoulders can look flat from the side and back. The key with this exercise is control, not heavy weight. Start by hinging forward until your torso is close to parallel with the floor. Let the dumbbells hang naturally below your chest with a slight bend in your elbows. Now raise the weights out and slightly backward, focusing on driving the movement with your elbows. At the top, squeeze your rear delts for a second before lowering slowly. Avoid swinging the dumbbells or using your traps to lift the weight. The rear delt is a smaller muscle, so lighter weight with perfect control will always work better than trying to go heavy. Another common mistake is keeping your elbows too low. If your elbows drop, other muscles start taking over. Keep them slightly higher and out to the sides to maintain tension on the rear delts. If you struggle to feel this movement, try performing it chest-supported on an incline bench. The rear delt fly works differently than rows. Rows build overall back strength, but this exercise gives the rear delt direct isolation through a longer range of motion. For balanced, rounded shoulders, this movement deserves a place in your routine. Exercise 5 is the cable face pull. This exercise is one of the best movements you can add for building stronger, healthier shoulders. It doesn't just train the rear delts and upper traps, it also targets the external rotators of the shoulder, the small muscles that help keep your shoulder joint stable during pressing movements. Many people struggle with shoulder discomfort because these stabilizing muscles are often neglected. The face pull helps strengthen them while also improving overall shoulder balance. Set the cable pulley around face height and attach a rope handle. Grab both ends of the rope with an overhand grip and step back until there is tension in the cable. Pull the rope toward your face while separating the ends of the rope. Think about bringing your hands toward your ears while keeping your elbows high. At the top of the movement, your upper arms should be roughly in line with your shoulders, creating the ideal position to hit the rear delts and external rotators. The biggest mistake people make is pulling the rope straight into their chest like a regular row. That removes the main benefit of the exercise. The rope should move outward toward the sides of your face, not just backward. Keep the movement controlled and use a weight that allows you to maintain proper form. The goal isn't lifting the heaviest weight. The goal is building stronger, more stable shoulders that will keep performing for years. For this exercise, heavy weight is not the goal. The cable face pull works best when you focus on control, range of motion, and proper muscle activation. Using lighter weight for 15 to 20 slow, controlled reps will be far more effective than forcing heavy reps with poor form and losing the external rotation at the end. When performing the movement, think about starting the pull with your rear delts and upper back before your arms move. This helps prevent your biceps and forearms from taking over the exercise. A useful cue is to imagine that your elbows are pulling the rope, not your hands. This naturally keeps your elbows high and helps you engage the rear delts and upper back more effectively. You can include face pulls either at the beginning of your shoulder workout as a warm-up or at the end as a finisher. Doing them before heavier pressing movements can help activate the shoulder stabilizers and put your joints in a stronger position for the workout ahead. How to put these 5 exercises together. Now let's talk about how to combine these 5 exercises into a complete shoulder workout. The order matters. Start with the seated dumbbell press as your main compound movement. This should come first because your energy levels are highest, allowing you to use more weight and get maximum stimulation from the front and side delts. After pressing, move into the chest-supported lateral raise. At this point, your shoulders are already warmed up, but your lateral delts still have enough strength to produce high-quality reps. Because your chest is supported, you can keep the focus completely on the side delts without other muscles taking over. Next, move into the cable lateral raise. Your lateral delts are already fatigued, so the constant tension from the cable will make even lighter weight feel challenging. This creates a different stimulus and allows you to train the side delts through another resistance profile. After that, shift your focus to the rear delt fly. This balances out all the pressing and lateral work by targeting the often neglected rear delts. Building this area is essential for creating that full rounded shoulder appearance. Finally, finish the workout with cable face pulls. Ending with face pulls helps strengthen the rear delts and external rotators, while also balancing out the forward shoulder position created by pressing exercises. Think of it as the final movement that builds both shoulder health and muscle. This 5 exercise sequence gives you a complete shoulder session that targets every part of the deltoid while keeping your joints strong for long-term progress. Thank you for watching to the end. If you found it interesting, hit the like button and the bell to receive notifications. You'll find a lot more useful information on our channel. See you soon.